Good morning. I'm Mark. Welcome back to the farm. Well, as you can tell from the opening montage, the grapple on my tractor's not working. That's not a good thing when you've cut down a bunch of trees. So I had to put a little manpower into it, and now I got to get my tractor in to be serviced because I can't tell if it's the grapple itself that's having an issue or if it's the hydraulic systems on my tractor that are having a problem. Neither one of those are really good options, but I got to get somebody to take a look at it because my initial look, I couldn't really see what was going on. One thing I did notice is the way that that hydraulic system for the choppers, the open and closing portion, the way that that's installed, the hydraulic line has actually been rubbing against the rear tire on the tractor. And so it's got some wear damage on it now. And I'm gonna have to raise that to them as well because they need to find a way to move that, probably replace it, but then move it so that it's out of the line of fire of that tire, because last thing I want to do is be in the middle of a job, have the tread hook that line, and then rip it off. That would be bad. This is what I'm talking about. You can see how it's been rubbing up against the inside of the tread, and I've pushed it out of the way a bit, but it's been like this. So you can see it's caught on a lot of stuff over time. So that's very not good. I think if, it could be that I'm having troubles with this just as a warning shot to let me know I need to get this in and get resolved. I'm okay with that. Hopefully in the course of all this, they'll get that fixed and figure out what's wrong with the hydraulics. So this is one of these contractor grade hoses I bought. They're trash. This thing leaks like crazy. I can't get it to stop leaking. So I could throw it away and start over, or I'll just buy a new end for it, and that's what I'm going to do, is put a new female end on the hose. Checks good. Okay, next one. That can't be good. That looks good. All right, I think it's probably only a matter of time until something else splits, but for now that'll hold it. All right, one last hose. This hose has just been kind of sitting around and it's rusty at the ends. The washer's gone. It's not in good shape. So I'm gonna just replace the ends on it and see if I can't make it usable rather than throwing away a perfectly good hose. Worked like a charm. Well, there he goes. I'll have to get the hydraulics looked at for the chompers. Yeah, I got in touch with the John Deere guys and they said it might be the hydraulic switch that's causing my grapple to not close. So it's not the grapple. They think it might be in the hydraulic system on the tractor. So they're going to take a look at that and let me know what's going on. Hopefully it's a simple fix. Yeah, that was a pretty good move. You can see they're already starting to eat grass a little bit and just doing chicken things. So that's good, their first day on. So now what I'll do is, I came out earlier, I didn't film this because sometimes I forget and sometimes I just get in the zone where I want to get stuff done. So the tarp that was on there before was really old. It was torn in a lot of places, especially along the seam. So that tarp is done. It's not bad. I've used it for a couple of years and that's a good investment. So that tarp is gone. I got a new tarp on here. And so now I just need to put the perimeter fencing up just to encourage predators to stay away. And I'll bring a charger over, get it hooked up, and then these guys will be good and they'll be on pasture for a few months anyway, probably 2 months, maybe not quite that long, but I want them big enough that it's not super easy for them to squeeze through the poultry netting. It looks like these holes are small, but that's a lot of feathers on those chickens and they just squeeze through places you'd be surprised. So get them a little bit bigger and then we'll get them in the coop like the other girls were and get them in their own paddock area, their own enclosure. And then after a time, probably about 4 months, when they start laying and they're big enough to protect themselves, once again, we'll integrate them with the big girls. So that's the plan. Well, it's a wet and foggy morning here on the farm, but get out here, get some animal chores done, and I got the wiring for doing the driveway gate. So we're going to take a shot at getting those electronics installed today. All right, so we got trench dug, we got the cable buried. So you can see here, it comes all the way across. Doesn't interfere with the gate. Up underneath and up into the bottom of the box. So I've got one there, and then this one is so close, we decided just to bring it straight across. And if that becomes an issue and eventually that needs to be changed, then I can undo it. I can just simply pull that out the bottom here and run PVC down up onto the ground, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So now what we're going to do is we're going to mount the boxes. We'll do the power box and the solar controller, and just see about getting these wires hooked up and see how everything looks. Okay, we got the solar panels on, and we did a quick test on one of them, and it was putting out 39 volts, which is great. It peaks at about 43 during the best part of the day. We don't have that right now. So we got two of those, and their wires are going. We decided instead of running them down and up underneath, we just go through right there in the roof that I made, right through the heat vent, and then down inside. And so we have the two ends of those. They'll go into the controller here for the solar panels, because you can see there's a little symbol on there for a solar panel. And this is a symbol for the battery, so this is where the batteries will connect. And then this is the symbol for the load, so this will go out from here over to the power box and plug into one of these. We'll figure all those out. And so this half of it up here is for the AC. We don't have an AC system, so this is basically a non-issue for us. And we're all down here on the motherboard with all of these connectors. And so we'll work on that probably later. Okay, now we're loading the batteries into the battery box, and then we have to create the circuit, right? So we'll run a jumper between the negative of one battery, the positive of one battery, the negative of the other, and then these will go out to the solar controller so that we have a positive and a negative lead out of that, and that creates the circuit. What's it reading right now? It's telling us we got 24, 25?
25.1.
25.1. Okay, so battery goes first, then the solar controller.
Yeah.
Solar. There it is. So solar power is now charging the batteries. Awesome. Sun disappearing behind the horizon tells me we're done. It was a good day on getting stuff done for that gate. We got the wires buried. We got the controllers, the power controllers, the batteries, the solar controller, all those things installed in the utility cabinet. We got the solar panels up and wired and hooked up. The batteries connected to the solar controller as well. So it is charging now during the daytime, so that's a good thing. And so I got called off farm for a couple appointments I had to run and do, and then evening chores, and I've just run out of day. So that's as far as we're going to get on the gate now. I'm waiting for some technical assistance back from the company. There's just not clear direction in the installations instructions or anywhere really on how some of these things are supposed to be hooked up. It's a little disappointing. So we're waiting to hear on that. And I can't really move forward with any confidence until I get that done. So I guess I'm at another hold on this. But everything else here is going well. So I guess that's about it from here. We'll talk to you guys later.